Good morning. Today is kind of an important day for me in my journey to get my CDL and get this trucking company started. Like I said in my last video, I'm not doing any type of driving school or anything like that. To be honest, I don't have 3 or 4 weeks to go and sit in a classroom, just because of my other obligations. Still have to take care of my kids, work, and all that. So the way I plan on getting my CDL is I plan on just obviously I already got my permit and I just studied for that myself and went and took the test. But to get the CDL, I have a couple buddies that drive, and I'm gonna kind of use them to let me get some experience. And then once I get comfortable, I'm gonna just go take my test. So this is the first day that I'm gonna actually go out driving today. I have a friend of mine that's a trucker, and he makes a trip about 125 miles out of town, and I'm going to jump in and make that run with him. And in that run, he's going to allow me to drive on the highway, through the town, all of it, just to get me a little experience behind the wheel. And like I said, once I get comfortable enough, I've looked online and seen what the driving test is. Once I get comfortable enough with that, I'm gonna just go take my CDL, and then I'll do an update on how the experience went for me. See you soon. All right, so the second part of the video, I am back from making that little trip with my buddy on his route. He runs about 125 miles outside of town, makes 2 stops, and then runs back. So I was able to do some driving, which was the first time I was able to get behind the wheel on my permit. The truck was a day cab. It was a Mack, I think, an older Mack day cab with a 53-foot trailer. And I handled it pretty well. I think what I struggled with the most was it was a 10-speed, so there was a couple times where I didn't shift at the right RPM range or whatever, and it was hard for me to find my gear. But that was the biggest struggle, and I say struggle lightly. It happened a couple times, but within a couple seconds I was able to get in the right gear and get going. That, and I was turning a little too prematurely sometimes, just not taking the truck all the way out as far as I could before I actually make my turn. I think those were the 2 things that I was warned about a little bit. But I mean, I drove the whole way back on the highway. I think it was governed at 69 miles an hour. It was honestly relatively simple and pretty similar to driving the bigger truck. I mean, driving my truck and trailer. So I guess I'm excited and looking for my next adventure, or the next time I get out and drive, so that I can eventually go take my driver's test. Maybe 10, 12, 15 more of those. I think I'll be all right.